Today is the first day of the War Wisdom event, Stage 1, Tech Research. So, I'm first going to buff up my castle research. Finish this off 5 out of 5 for the research speed. That'll give me 1% extra tech speed. And then I would go with my academy to try to get to Stable Fund 2 to increase my stable tech speed, because I'm going to go hard on my stable tech. But that's not until late Castle Age, and I'm not quite there yet. So instead of that, I'm going to be doing stable and temple, preferably stable, and then if I still have some extra juice, I'll pump up the temple as well. So I'm going to do a few things to make this more effective. First, I'm going to use some of my vouchers on, let's see, where is it? This 20% tech speed plus some tech speeds. And going to check for a shrine buff or a rune buff or whatever. For tech speed, I think it would be a blue one. Stone load. Stamina. Wow, 7% tech speed. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're probably going to start here though soon. Let's see. Let's bring this army back. That'll take them 37 seconds. Fine, no problem. I'll use them to go collect the rune. It'll be 7% tech speed. Wow, I wasn't anticipating it would be that big of a buff. That's huge. 7%. Okay. So yeah, we'll wait until we get the rune and then we'll finish this. And then we'll go hard in the stable tech. And so I'll be starting off at 1.969 million might, as well as 573,000 prosperity. I'll be starting off with all of these resources. I don't know exactly how much. I'm not about to calculate that because I just don't care enough to do so. It's not that big of a deal. If you really want to calculate it, there it is. Go ahead and calculate it. Also starting with 7.27 million food, 5.69 million wood, 4.49 million stone. And these speed ups, I'm going to be pushing this part of the event probably as hard as I can because I really want to get my staple tech up and my temple tech up, because my priests are kind of low tier. I think they're only level 4. And then I just need to boost up my stable tech still. Should be able to get probably probably max all of this stuff all the way up until here, everything 3 out of 3, except for things like garrison. I'm sure probably one of these give like garrison buff. I probably will just skip that. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that and that and that. So I'll definitely get the training capacity and the other training capacity, and then this is going to be attack, defense, or damage, defense, HP. This is all the juicy stuff right here that's really going to help out a lot. And the reason that I really want to buff that up is because the tier 3 regions are going to open up very soon. So now is the best time ever to increase my troop tech. That's actually going to increase my effectiveness in war, because the situation's looking like the west landmass is in civil war, so we don't have to worry about them. The north is our allies, and then I think the south is our enemies, but our enemies don't look... Actually, I think that Onyx is an ally. Who's even our enemies? I don't think I actually need to be too scared about much. Honestly, I think maybe Ribwa is an enemy. So, hopefully there's going to be war in the T3 region. That's how it was in S3, and it was a lot of fun, so I hope it's the same way here. And if it is, then I'll be as prepared for it as I possibly can be. Anyway, so that's the might and prosperity I'm starting out with, and that's the speed ups and resources I'm starting out with, and it's going to take me some time to complete this research because I'm going to have to wait for the helps and everything. And so at the end, we'll see what might and prosperity I end up with and how much resources and speed ups it costed me. So, see you guys when we're done. So I burned through a lot of resources, the majority of my resources, and a lot of speeds, pretty much all of my tech speeds, and a good chunk of my general speeds. And we ended up with our stable tech looking a lot healthier. We got dual wielding to level 2 and the rest of the cav stat buffs to level 1. Then we skipped out on the training capacities. I got this training capacity up 1 level, but then I decided the stats were more important for now. And I learned that these researches in the High Castle Age for all buildings, not just the stable or the other troop training buildings, but for all of your buildings in the High Castle Age, the research starts to get really, really expensive. Like for this one to go from level 1 to 2, it's 4 million food, 4 million stone, 6.6 million wood. Yeah, it's very, very expensive. Then to get this one up is like 20 million. Jesus, it's very, very expensive. It gets very expensive in the High Castle Age. So keep that in mind. And I pumped up my priests to level 6. And yeah, pretty much just got all of their research to level 1 just so that I could make it to the level 6 priests. So I went from level 4 to level 6. That should be much, much better. My healing should be much more effective. And now I'm really interested in getting this to increase my healing by another 20%. That would be huge. So I definitely want to get that pretty soon, but I'm done with my research for now because I pretty much used a lot of my resources or most of my resources and most of my speed ups. I can claim all of these. I ended up at rank 17, and this is with 10 hours left in this first stage. I was going to do it as soon as this stage was released, but then I was like, no, I'll wait to see where the rankings kind of land so that I can see where I'll end up uh, at the end. Of course, Calamitous has like 93 million points. He's insane. Can't believe this guy, dude. He has not only this 52 million power account here, but then on S3 he has another account that's at least 30 million. So this guy's super rich, jeez. So we started at like 1.95-ish million might. So we ended up getting 150k might. And yeah, let's take a look at our resources and speeds, I guess. You can compare the before and the after if you want to scroll back and look at the before. We used pretty much all of our tech speeds except for a few. We still have a good amount of other speeds though. I used most of the hour speeds. I guess I used all of them and all of the 3-hour speeds. But I really needed to boost up my tech, so it was worth it. Especially because war might be breaking out in the tier 3 region pretty soon. So I needed my stable to be boosted up and my temple. So that concludes, let me see, where am I? That concludes stage 1, day 1 of War Wisdom, the tech research day, and then stage 2, I forget what it is, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow, and maybe I'll stream that one. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, a nice comment if you will, and subscribe if you want. Peace, everybody, have a good one, see ya.